AgData Integrator, or an integrator of agricultural data, is a software product based on 1C program that works synchronically with John Deere's Operational Center. Let us look at it using an implemented pilot version in Agro Holding Ecaniva. After entering the system, you can see a desktop of the Agro Manager where there are data received from John Deere's Operational Center. The Operational Center is a global database of John Deere's agricultural equipment all over the world. Field maps and an equipment park of 1C program are synchronized with field maps and equipment in the Operational Center. The Operational Center collects the data and moves it to 1C program for its analysis in details and its accounting. The system allows using not only field maps but any maps as well. To the right, there is a window for working with different types of maps. In particular, we can see an attached layer with agrochemical analysis data. It is possible to cover the layer with calome, phosphorus, nitrogen, and other indicators. The system supports vector and raster field maps, space images, maps made with the help of drones, land maps, and NDVI maps. You can analyze high point and slope maps, taking channel erosion into account. There is an opportunity to create photo history using mobile devices. When there is an access to the internet, this history is sent to 1C program and can be seen on the map. The system supports the connection with external services, for example weather services. We can see 10 days weather forecast. There is close integration with Federal Service for State Registration, Cadastral Records and Cartography. Cadastral map was used in Agro Holding Green Valley. It helped to identify 2,500 hectares of untreated cadastral area. About 800 hectares of this untreated area were not registered. Let us take field 23005 as an example. It shares borders with the flooding zone. In 2018, water came to the field borders. In May, the drones flied around the fields and brought a highly precise orthophotos. They were used to create new borders and were involved in the active field map. Accurate field borders were included in the task and sent to the operational center and to the equipment machinery. A non-contact soil scan was carried out in the field. Different soil zones were determined. The results of the scan were sent to the system. These data were used for the recommendations for differentiated corn planting. This recommendation contains the map with the zones and seed application rates. This recommendation is added to setup file. After that, it is sent to the operational center and to the equipment. Beside this setup file recommendation, it is possible to send field borders, equipment and tow hooks, products and crops, operators, data and tasks. The setup file comes to the display via John Deere Link system in some seconds. The data in tractor's cabin exactly correspond to 1C program tasks. We can see exact data correspondence in 1C program and on the display. We can see that planting rates from 1C program are transferred to the tractor's display. We can see a recommendation window on the tractor's display. Planting process is finished. Detailed data on the planting process are recorded on display GS2630 and then they are automatically transferred to the operational center and after that to 1C program. In 1C program it is possible to get details received from field analyzer, plan and fact indicators as well as the difference between them. We can see the same data in the operational center. We must stress that John Deere's technologies for map creation are entirely used in 1C program. In 1C program it is possible to see operation details according to time blocks of works. There is an opportunity to view the tracks and record fuel consumption, amount of used seeds and harvested yields, performed field area. Together with planting process, there is an opportunity to create a map according to other types of operations. For example, soil processing, application of fertilizers, plant protection, harvesting. Maps are listed for a quick search of information. Let us open harvest results in the form of a yield map. We can see harvesting process in every point of the field. In total, there are 5 available types of maps: dry and wet matter yield production, yield productivity according to humidity index, zone maps with the same yield productivity, maps according to the speed of harvesting process. If a combine harvester has a special program called Harvest Lab to analyze the quality of fertilizers, there is an access to additional maps according to the following indicators: protein, starch, sugar, fiber. Data on the performed works are used to create analytic reports. We can select an analysis period. Let us click on Reports button. There is a month report on the display. Let us minimize data on types of work. We can see that in May there were all types of works: soil processing, planting, fertilizing process, and harvesting. Below we can see a diagram on the treated area. The system allows monitoring John Deere's and other producers' equipment. For example, Econiva company compared positional accuracy of John Deere's equipment with the help of John Deere Link and autograph systems. The system supports synchronization with different telematic systems, including Violin, Autograph, Omnicom, ANS, and others. The scheme shows that John Deere's equipment data come into the system via John Deere Link and the operational center. Other producers' equipment data, Belarus or Glass, for example, come via corresponding telematic systems. We can see a manager's working place monitoring agricultural equipment and vehicles. The following agricultural equipment are used: Manitou, New Holland, Case, John Deere, and others. The system provides mechanisms of plant factual analysis of the work process. We can carry out an operational report on the process of agricultural works. Detailization of crops, types of operations, fields, equipment units. All of this gives an additional operational tool for the increase of agricultural efficiency. We can see that the report contains the data on John Deere's and Case's equipment. It is possible to make a plant factual analysis on deviations of amount of work and fuel consumption. The system sends the data to the accounting department of the enterprise, for example, into registration form of the tractor driver. Indicators of the treated area, fuel consumption, and payroll are filled in automatically. These data are immediately sent to the enterprise balance to corresponding accounts. We can see the sums of the entry, writing of the fuel, calculation of the wages for the mechanizer, and others. Later, these data are used for the calculation of agricultural production self-cost. In conclusion, let us answer the following question. What is the economic benefit from the implementation of the software product called AgDI Integrator? The answer is the following. The benefit is that this software product helps solving the tasks of, first of all, increasing the quality of agricultural works, also with the help of the implementation of precise farming technologies, and secondly, the tasks of increasing of accuracy and informativity, both in tractor cabins and in the office.